one step to keep a conversation with a toxic person from escalating. Especially around the holiday seasons, it's very easy to get caught up in situations that quickly get out of control with toxic people. We have family members coming over. We're forced, literally, to be involved and spend time with people that we may not like or get along with. And I found this one simple step to keep a toxic situation from escalating. I use this with my mother. My mother and I have not gotten along for a very long time. And it got to the point where we could not have a conversation without it starting here, and then she would say something and she'd kind of raise the bar, and then I'd respond, and then it would go up here. And then pretty soon we had ratcheted up the toxicity to outrageous levels. And I admit that I participated in that, and it just got so ridiculous. I thought, I'm a grown-up. I should be able to control myself, and I'm not going to participate in these toxic exchanges anymore. So I remember very clearly one day she called me, and I had already thought about this in advance because I knew what was going to happen. It happened every time. And just like when you deal with toxic people over and over again, you know what they're going to do. You know the situation, and you know that in order for it to escalate, you have to participate. So I was really tired of participating, and I did not want to be involved with that level of toxicity or any toxicity anymore. So she called one day, and she said something that she knew would trigger me. And normally I would have responded and escalated, and then she would have ramped it up from there. But instead, this time, I stopped. And I took a breath, and I actually smiled to myself because I needed to shift the energy. I needed to shift my thoughts. And I smiled, and I changed the subject. And I could almost hear her deflation. I could almost hear her being so shocked and disappointed that I didn't take her bait. But what was even more fascinating was that she tried it again, and I stopped. I took a breath, I smiled, and I just responded very calmly. And you could hear the wheels changing in her head, like, oh my God, what's going on? Something's not right here. But what happened was she didn't escalate the situation after that. It was fascinating. I was blown away that this one simple technique literally not only changed my behavior, but changed her behavior, the behavior of the toxic person. It got her to stop escalating. So again, I would just, when she presented me with something that I normally would have taken the bait, and I would have jumped on and responded and told her how wrong she is, and no, this is the way it is, and no, you should do this, and I didn't. I stopped. Took a breath, I smiled, and I either changed the subject or I just responded very matter-of-factly. I didn't give her any power, and it deflated everything, and she stopped. It was the most amazing experience, and I continued. Every time she would call, because she would try again. Trust me, that doesn't go away overnight. She would poke me, she would say something that normally would trigger me, and I'd stop, take a breath, and I'd smile, and I'd change the subject. And I always stayed very calm. And I had a very pleasant voice. And I never raised my voice. And I never snapped. I never responded out of anger or frustration or annoyance. I just kept it very calm. And if she kept at me, I would just change the subject again. And if she really didn't want to let go, if she was just a pit bull just holding on to that, I would say, oh, I'm sorry, I have another call coming in. I'll talk to you later. And I would end the call very calmly. It was amazing, the transformation that our relationship experienced because of that one simple trick. I hope you try it. Let me know how that goes for you. Drop me a line at gounstuckyourself@gmail.com. leave a comment, make sure to like and subscribe this video, and I'll see you next time.